Even as a casual player, I started becoming a bit bored playing against bot players on easy mode. It doesn't challenge you and the bots pre-fire you because they know where you are at all times. My initial idea for this video was to show you how I make millions as a rookie sniper. There was only one problem. I wasn't making millions. In fact, I was losing millions. Turns out, being a sniper is extremely difficult. Then I thought, let me practice sniping using gear tickets and playing on easy. I jumped onto a server and all of a sudden, I was running into real players all the time. After failing multiple times, I had no content and no video idea. And then, today's video idea was born. I'm going to play on all the servers Delta Force has to see which ones are the most difficult. Before we officially start this video, I just want to give a big thanks to everyone's comments on my previous video. I loved seeing how everyone with different skill levels were engaging with each other. People were giving advice or talking about their own sticking points. It was just awesome to see. This is what I want to continue building. A positive community of console players who are supporting each other. Obviously, we still have to play against each other, but it can be healthy competition. If I missed your comment, I do apologize. I'm trying to reply to everyone, but sometimes I do miss a few and there were so many of them. For my loadouts, I'm going to try and keep it budget. Weapons, I will use the SG552, the M4 and the SMG45. My goal is to keep them around the 100 to 120k mark. And if I do get some attachments during gameplay, I'll add them to the weapons. I'm keeping them basically as cheap as possible. For my gear, I will use whatever I can find or how much I'm willing to spend. But it will be either blue or purple. Time to talk servers. The two main servers I play on is Southeast Asia and Europe. When my operator reached level 41, I instantly started getting real players on the Southeast Asia server. But these real players turned out to be absolutely cranked. It felt no different to when I played normal mode on the Europe servers. It is honestly wild. I lost so many times I've stopped counting. Sure, most of those losses were due to bad choices, but there's just something else about easy mode on this server, and I'll give you one of my theories. The good players, and I mean the really good players, remain on easy mode. Perhaps it is to get easy kills and loot from the much less experienced players. I've had some good fights and challenged them, but no matter what I did, it wasn't enough. They always get the edge over me. Why am I convinced of this theory? Because I've had teammates so many times that are pinnacle and they've had badges I've never even seen before. What are they doing with a full kit on easy? 0 to hero is one thing, but this doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe they are there to do missions, but the seasonal missions are all on normal mode. This is obviously just a theory and I can be completely mistaken. Don't get me wrong, I'm not making any excuses. I have a long way to go and lots to learn. But if you are a pinnacle, why are you on easy mode? Personally, my opinion is that Blackhawk and pinnacle players should remain in hard mode. Diamond and perhaps low level Blackhawk should remain in normal. And everyone else can play on easy. It just gives people more time to learn the game and keep it somewhat fair. Especially for the casual players. If you guys think that's not a good idea, let me know why in the comments. I just think something like this could potentially help casual players to enjoy the game more. Since reaching a higher operator level, I also started facing real players on the Europe server. But I would say much less than on the Southeast Asia one. It's almost like it's a mix. I've had a real player and a bot on my team. The issue with this is that in one game I face mainly bots and the game afterwards a mix of bots and real players. Which led me to run around carelessly thinking it's just another bot team. It's nice to know there is a balance and not every single person you face is sweaty, but then again, you get comfortable at the same time, which will cost you. So is mixing bots with real players a good or a bad thing? Are you guys on the Europe servers experiencing the same thing I am? Let me know down in the comments. With the Southeast Asia server, it's either all bots or all real players. In terms of skill, the times I have faced real players, it didn't feel so overwhelming and difficult in the Europe server. But on the Southeast Asia server, I felt like a hopeless case almost every battle. On easy mode Europe, I felt like I had a chance to win in many gunfights. I'm not sure where you are watching this from, but some areas just seem completely dead. The Africa server, for example, I have never gotten a game here on easy mode, not even bots. I've tried multiple times, waiting over 10 minutes and nothing happens. It's exactly the same for East Asia. When I try these servers, they are during times where people in these areas are awake and probably not at work anymore. Yet with both servers I wait over 10 minutes for nothing to happen. The same thing happens on normal mode. The queue times are extremely long and nothing happens. I think people in these regions are rather playing on Europe or Southeast Asia servers. I woke up one morning super early to play on the North America server. It was around 10 PM in the States and I managed to find a very communicative team. It was nice to follow them around, although I was mostly just the third wheel. Perhaps they weren't too happy to have a noob on their team.
Yeah, if you want to help, get in here.
You peeked outside of the wall, you'll be able to get my down. They're reviving.
I don't know where he's at.
They seemed very organized in their approach. They took up good positions and fairly easily eliminated the first team.
Okay.
I tried to play my part, but it didn't seem like these guys needed it much. And although I didn't get too much playtime on the server, the guys here seemed pretty sweaty as well. I followed these guys into admin, which I was a bit reluctant to do because you have to be very skilled to fight here effectively. And I also know my limits. They got taken out very quickly, which sent me into a panic. Looking back at how I responded to this, I know that I shouldn't remain in one position for too long.
Okay.
Rookie mistake. And so I got taken out shortly after.
He's in the room. Server room. God damn it.
Oh, wait.
What?
Oh. And it's a scar. That a scar is how
He's
sharp.
broke, man.
P90, okay.
Yeah, they gotta push it or not. Damn it. It's gonna shoot you from that window. Oh. Yep, called it.
Of course, after I lost, I was playing against bots again, which at least helped me to find decent loot. I'd say that the loot on the North America servers are pretty much on par with the other servers. In the first game, one of these guys found a red military satellite device. For easy mode, that's epic. And although my playtime on here is limited due to my location, I can already tell that it's much like the Southeast Asia server. It just doesn't make sense for me to play here because I'm in a completely different time zone. For me to get more playtime on the server, I'd need to play from midnight until 6 AM, which doesn't make any sense since I'm not a full-time YouTuber. For me to become a full-time YouTuber and bring you much better and more frequent videos, I'm going to need your help to get there. If you have enjoyed this video so far and you'd like to see more console-specific operations, consider hitting that subscribe button. I also want to take a moment to apologize for taking more than 2 weeks to post another video. My goal is to post 1 to 2 videos per week, but this video was quite challenging to work on.
Right on top.
I really want to post more frequently, but I'd much rather post a good video than posting 2 average videos per week. My overall impression is that most people play on Europe, Southeast Asia and North America servers. In terms of competition and difficulty, I'd say Southeast Asia and North America are pretty much on par with each other, and Europe taking third place. This is my assessment on easy mode. Due to my time zone, I play on Southeast Asia way more often since the queue times are also much lower. I also think that this server has the largest player base. For normal mode, I'll be honest, I'm still not 100% comfortable to play normal, especially on a regular basis. I still have a lot to learn and I also want to have fun while I'm playing. On normal mode for me right now, it's more stressful than fun. I really wanted to be thorough in my testing and also play the same servers on normal. But that is what caused me so much delay with this current video. I had no content to show you. I'm also in no rush to get my butt kicked. I want to learn the game properly, and in the meantime, I'm building up my stash and completing some missions to be able to upgrade my base. For now, I'll remain on the easy servers just because I often do get good challenges from real players. It gives me time to learn how to fight in operations, as it's completely different than what I'm used to in warfare. In case you have missed it, I'm talking about console specific gameplay. I don't have any experience on PC except for the content I see on YouTube. And another thing, I want to have lots of money before going on to normal and trying other maps besides Zero Dam. I feel like with Zero Dam, because everyone starts here, people know the map extremely well, which makes it a hard map to play. Burkesh looks like a super fun map, but I'm sure in the process of learning new maps, you will die and lose your gear often. So you need a good amount of money to get new gear every time. I don't want to make any promises of me playing on normal mode until I have improved my success rate on easy. I am finding this game challenging, but it keeps me entertained. Hopefully soon I will give you guys great content on normal mode. For now, I will keep working on my skills. For example, a big focus for me has been audio and trying to interpret information correctly. I still get confused where sounds are coming from or how far away it is. Sometimes it sounds like someone is next to me, but they are not even on the same floor. But I am aware of it and working on it. I also learned a golden rule in the meantime. Never ever chow a player from the same angle. Always change your angle and position, at least in my experience. I want to thank you all for watching. My apologies once again for taking so long between videos. I'll do my best to post another video over the weekend. Take care everyone, and see you on the battlefield.